When you're crafting sustainability communication strategies, bring the human into the picture. Let that human describe through the content that they give you what is happening. What are the stories? Who are the people involved? Who does this affect? How does this affect you? Allow that content to come to life so that those listeners feel it. I think it's really important to pull back for a moment and look at these three words in isolation. On the one hand, you have sustainability, ESG topics, climate change, supply chain, all of these different elements related to the sustainability sector. On the other hand, you have the word leadership, people who are making decisions, people who are speaking and influencing others. And then you have communication, which of course is a really broad term. Communication, what is that? It's enormous. If you're thinking about another broad topic, for example, horseback riding, what is horseback riding? Is horseback riding about racing and having a jockey on the back and going fast? Or is horseback riding about doing dressage and jumping over fences? You see, broad term. So communication, for our purposes, to really focus it, is about the what is being said and how it is being spoken. So let's put all these three words together now and really find that this work is about the intersection of sustainability topics, about leadership, about communication, and the fourth element is craft. So in that sweet spot where all those four things meet, that's what we're talking about as a definition for what sustainability leadership communication is. It's the craft of being able to speak about sustainability with content that lives in a way that is delivered so that the message stays in the room. One thing that I think is epidemic to a lot of leaders and teams communicating about this issue is there's a tendency to do what I call paint the frame, but not the picture. So imagine a frame on a picture, 4 sides. And for the average communicator on this theme and in ESG topics, it's about talking about facts and knowledge and data and statistics. There's your frame. And this is the kind of information that you and I can Google and find out on our own. Why do I need a speaker there to tell me stuff that I can discover on my own? That's not the stuff that sticks, FYI. If you only paint the frame, the message leaks out of the room through the cracks in the window. Nothing is sticky, nothing holds. So this is a very, very common mistake because it's sort of the quick fix solution of, facts, data, knowledge, information. This is the digital age as well. We're training ourselves to get the Cliff Notes version of content. But FYI, that's not how humans communicate best. Humans communicate by absorbing what's in the picture. We want the stories. We want the anecdotes. We want the real world examples. We want names of people who are described. We want to understand the back story of what's going on. This is the picture. So this mistake can be fixed if leaders and teams understand that, the frame is there, it's important, it holds things in place, but paint the picture inside the frame and you have the best of everything that you need to communicate sustainability. Don't forget that humans are designed for communication. From head to toe, it's in our DNA. And this is a superpower in and of itself. So when you're crafting sustainability communication strategies, bring the human into the picture. Let that human describe through the content that they give you what is happening. What are the stories? Who are the people involved? Who does this affect? How does this affect you? Allow that narrative to bring your audiences, your teams, your leaders, your peers, your stakeholders, your customers. Allow that content to come to life so that those listeners feel it on a visceral level. And then when it's spoken, so that's the what to say, when it's spoken, really invest in upskilling so that your leaders and teams upskill them in the craft of how to communicate with their whole body. Not communicating only with the head. It's not going to work. We feel alienated from each other. We separate, literally separate talking heads from the rest of the body. This is not how we communicate messages like sustainability. We need the human in every piece of this, from what is being said to how it's being said. This is where the investment needs to be, so that you can show up as a human being talking about an issue that affects all of us, and you can help to make the world a better place through this work, through this ensemble, one speech at a time.